Click that button. Okay, hi, welcome to this. This is the actual Xbox controller giveaway. And before we get talking with all these people in the background, let me just show you some stuff. This is the Xbox controller that I'm giving away as part of our PAX Gamescom promotion. So if you were one of those people that was so kind and generous to go and let me just show you this. Let's just click on another screen. Put a post up like this where you're showing our wonderful booth at PAX. Then you go in the draw to win that Xbox controller that's going to be drawn this episode. So it's super, super amazing for everyone involved. Now, how many people like Xbox controller? I don't know what they're worth in your country, but in Australia, this is $120 worth of controller that we're giving away. And you assume like tons of people are just like, yeah, I'm going to get onto this. This is super cool. I want to be part of the Xbox. Well, we had 8 people from 2 conventions put their name down. So one of these 8 people, that's pretty good odds to winning an Xbox controller, is going to win an Xbox controller. But before I get you through to this Xbox controllery, let's actually go and talk about PAX, talk about all of the things, and we'll draw that later in the show. So I'll play some background footage just to keep us in the mood, the PAX kind of mood. See all the people, hear all the stuff. I don't know, is it actually quiet? I probably should mute it because I haven't censored it. Just let's turn that down. It could be crazy loud. Anyway, where PAX, Gamescom, both very, very amazing conventions, very fun to go to. If you're an indie dev, they're so good for getting exposure for your game. They're so good for getting you lots of feedback about your game. Also, if you want to know anything about these conventions, put it in the comments and I'll get through to answering those questions later in the show. But basically, you normally set up for these conventions a day beforehand. Well, okay, let's go back. Normally you apply for them about 2 to 3 months before the convention. So most of this was like applied for in September. They went ahead in October, so maybe April, June, something like that. I applied to go to these conventions. You have to send money to them, and they're not cheap. I don't know. It depends on how you value them, but a couple of $1,000s per booth type thing, depending on the booth. Then normally that includes your desk or the stand that you're at. It includes the signage that you've got there. It includes a whole heap of stuff. And yeah, and it's a lot of people coming to see you and your game. So it's really quite a fun way to meet people if you like chatting to people like I do. I enjoy the whole chatting to people, doing a lot of talking, finding out about what they do and don't like about our game. Well, even just what they like about life is nice too. But they're very different conventions, even though they're the same. A different crowd, and it might be just different countries too. PAX was in Australia, Melbourne. Gamescom was in Singapore, so different countries, different vibes. Obviously, Singapore, there was tons more anime. Like anime was probably 50% of it was anime kind of related. PAX, probably not as much. It was definitely not as much anime. There was a lot more other things going on at PAX. PAX, there's a lot of people that there's a bit more room between the booths. When we went to Singapore, we had like hardly any room between our booths, so it was like really tight to get in there. Hard to see, like people couldn't just walk around super easy and see the booths as much as they could at PAX. But if they really wanted to see a game, they just had to be a little bit patient because of the tightened moving of the games. Whoa. Hang on. We'll have to go back to the big screen. So one of the massive differences also between the two conventions was we have to go back to this. We got actually awards at Gamescom. So in Singapore, we got this award, this big Wave Makers. It's massive. Here, that's maybe better. Because of the ingenuity of our game, so the difference of our game compared to, they thought it was an original idea that was fun and exciting, and maybe it will be something. So that was really cool to get awards. PAX doesn't really do awards, so I mean that was disappointing from PAX. I feel like we could have got some nice awards or something. They could have been a bit award driven. That would have been kind of fun. PAX doesn't really. The media at Gamescom was a lot more prevalent too over the whole weekend. PAX does media only more on the one day, on the Friday, and then you're basically just talking to people that want to play your game after that. So that's very different too. There's a whole lot of difference between the two of them. I don't know what one I like better. They're kind of, so when we got to Singapore, we actually went and did like a bit of a closed door business to business type meeting where we got to see lots of different people from different areas, like publishers, people like that don't want to talk to, like meet you in the public forum kind of thing. And that was really fun to do that at Gamescom. It was, that was different than PAX. Like in Melbourne, there's a Melbourne International Games Week, so they do that, but you have to pay for a separate ticket for that, where that was all built in the Gamescom Singapore Asian version anyway. So if you're looking for publishers and stuff like that, maybe Gamescom is a better place if you want to kind of meet those people. Also, the location is important. Like Australia is in the middle of nowhere, and it turns out people don't like flying here because it's so far away. Gamescom, that's not the case. Singapore's like in the middle, like pretty much the middle part of the world. So lots of people go to Singapore. They're kind of like, lots of different people, like from lots of different parts of the world. I mean, we were meeting people from the UK. I don't think there was that many Americans, but mostly everywhere but America goes to Singapore because obviously America does their own thing. But the Americans don't come to Australia either, to be fair. We're just a lot of Japanese, a lot of Indian. There's Malaysia. There's a lot of Malaysian people because they can just literally drive to Singapore from Malaysia. Didn't know that. I learned a lot of stuff while doing that too. So you learn about the countries and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Just 1 second. So that's a big difference between the two of them. If you got any questions about all of these things, throw them up and I will try to answer those things. Both of them had retro corners in their pavilions, which was really fun. The Singapore exhibition had like more, like these really old school consoles that were really, really fun. The retro corner at PAX was more PC and console based. The consoles I'm talking about more like your little arcade consoles, like little pinball machines and little actually full consoles with TVs and stuff, which I thought that was really cool. Yeah, we had a whole heap of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I really enjoyed. I'm tired as hell because literally 2 weeks we went to PAX or we went to Gamescom. Let me start at the start. We went to GCAP and then we went to PAX in the same week. Then we had a day off. Then we went to Singapore. Then literally we're here now, back home. But it's like the most massive 2 weeks of my life so far. It's just the best kind of exhausting. So yeah, it's really cool. Well, I think we're at the stage where we have to kind of draw the winner of this controller. If you guys have got any ideas on how I can give away controllers, because I was, like I said, I was a little bit disappointed. All you had to do is like make a post like this of our booth and tag it somewhere, and you go in the draw to win the controller. And then obviously we had just 8 people that tagged us and showed off our booth, which was I was assuming that was going to be a little bit more than that, but hey, one of these 8 people is going to get super lucky, because 8 is, I think that's a 1 in 8 chance is a pretty good thing for a $120 controller. Like, I think that's really, really cool for someone. So what I've just devised here, my plan of thinking is I get this Google random number thing, and then I put between 1 and actually 8, and then I hit this big generate button, and then a number will come up, and then I'll contact that person that it aligns to on my little spreadsheet, and I'll see if they want the controller. And if they don't answer back and say, hey, yeah, I like that controller, then what will happen is we'll do another generation. I'm sure that one of these 8 people is going to want the controller. So that's the idea anyway. So without further ado, I'm going to hit this big button. Oh, I wish I had a drum roll or something. I'm so excited. We hit the button. 6. This person right here, I'm going to contact them via the machine. I'm not sure if it was linked, if they were in Instagram or on Twitter. I checked all my socials as much as to find all these people. That's the one that I have found, and I will send that controller through to them if they're happy to accept it. That is my whole. Hi, how you going? Also, thank you for writing hi in the comments. If there's anything else you guys want to know about it, stuff to do with conventions and stuff like that, because there's super amount of fun involved in them. They are quite tiring. That you do set up a lot of work. A lot of work goes into getting to the convention, and when you get there, it's kind of like, we can relax now. So I think if you ever see indie devs at a convention, go up and say congratulations for all the work you've got to get here, because they will know how much tiring effort goes into getting to these conventions. They're quite exhausting. Oh, and I should have said that I actually did I did a speaking at Gamescom in Asia, which I was on the main stage, which blew my little mind that they wanted to listen to me on the main stage. So I think I've got a little bit of video of that. I'll put that up somewhere. And Yeah, hopefully you can go in. Oniboy Boy hasn't been to a convention in years, so hopefully next year. I think so. Um, I'm thinking maybe I should go to America for a convention. That's a lot of flying though. It's like 24 hours. But what I was going to say is that you've got like so much to do to get these conventions. I've lost my train of thought for a second there. I just love it. It's fun. It's fun on all levels of fun. Yeah. I just wanted to do the live stream so I could show people that I wasn't cheating when I picked out the person whom has won this awesome controller, the purple awesome controller. Just have a look at that. Like how amazing. And if you did see us at PAX or Gamescom, you would have got to play with that controller. So I think like it was fun having people there. I want to give away another controller, so I need to find a new way to get people to want to win another controller. If someone knows a good way to give away a controller, that would be awesome. Maybe we'll have to get like the 500th person in Discord. Maybe they could win the controller. Maybe we could do like a live stream that went for like 5 hours. And at the end of the 5 hours, whoever made the most comments won a controller. That would be a kind of fun way. I don't know. Any ideas? And controller giveaways are so hard. Why not on Discord? Maybe on Discord. But we need to like get lots of more people. We need to invite your friends to Discord. And we need to do something to get people involved on the Discord. So that I go away for 2 weeks and no one speaks on Discord. They're like, oh, Anthony's dead. We'll wait till he comes back to life and then we'll talk again. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, what the hell happened there? That was a bit of crazy camera angle work. What's your favorite gaming convention memory? If you've been to gaming conventions, has anyone got any favorite gaming convention memories? Oh, the big difference, if you go to Australia and go to a gaming convention, you're paying a fortune for food. If you go to Singapore and go to gaming conventions, like the food is like not a massive amount of price. So that's another thing that we did there. It was really fun meeting all these people though. So just repeating, I don't even know how to say this name, so I'm so sad about it. This person, Manstanori, has won the gaming controller at this stage. It could be, this is the first controller to go away, to get given away. I still have multiples. I show you. Like, I have more controllers. All you have to do, we have to find a way to give them away to people because, I mean, I can't use that many controllers. It's not going to work otherwise. So, yeah. Tell me a way to give away a controller. I think that we're just about out of ideas. And we've had fun chatting about the whole controller thing. Conventions. If I had to choose one to go to next year, I'm going to say that I'd almost give it to PAX, or only because it's closer. But for people wise, like for friends that I've made, I feel like Gamescom. So depending on what you're trying to do, if you want to make friends in the industry, some of the smaller conventions like that are only 40,000 or so are easier to chat and meet up with new people, make new friends. But if you're into like copious amount of people seeing your game and doing things like that. I think that like the bigger conventions like PAX is probably the way to go for that kind of thing. What did you say? It was really fun not doing fun. It was really fun not doing fun. I like that. Yeah. Okay, so on that big bombshell, I will contact the winner. Thank you guys for watching. I'll get back to making some videos or something. I'm back at home now and I'll be back. I've got to get back to making this game, damn it, so we can play it and people can stop wondering what's happening with the big game. And yeah, I will talk to you guys another time. Goodbye.